Hello, people. This is Touchline Talk again. And gradually, the season is coming to an end. And as we all know, here at Touchline Talk, we talk about everything related to football or soccer, as ever you want to call it. This is Touchline Talk. And we will continue to talk about football into the World Cup. And today, this weekend promises to be exciting. For many football fans, this last week was, or this passing week, so to say, was one of the craziest. But the drama continues. And no doubt, the leagues are gradually rounding up and lots of drama. Some leagues are already been decided, like the Bundesliga has been decided, the Serie A has been decided, but the Premier League, it's still on. The La Liga is still on. Almost decided. Few couple of games left for everything to round up. But definitely this weekend, right from now to the end of the month, promises to be exciting, tension filled, and lots of drama. And there's some selected matches we'll all be talking about that proves that it's not over until it's over, and which makes this weekend try makes this weekend more exciting, more fun as usual, especially for the neutrals. But for fans, this is another week of high tension, high drama. And the first match we'll be talking about that will be happening is the match day 36 game between Liverpool, defending champion, and Chelsea, the World Cup championship winner. Unfortunately, they are outside of the Champions League zone, but they still have the outside shot of qualifying, especially with Aston Villa into the finals of the Europa League. If Chelsea are able to win their matches remaining, who never can say magic might still happen. And for Liverpool, they want to stay in contention. They want to stay where they belong to get all the necessary things to play next season's Champions League. Because right now, Liverpool are fourth and they are on 58 points. And Aston Villa are fifth on 58 points. And it's not yet over because 3 games are still left. 3 games, that's 9 points. And the difference between the fourth Liverpool and sixth Bournemouth is just 6 points. So Liverpool really, really needs that game. And unfortunately for Liverpool, they've not had a good, how do I say it? Their form has been terrible. They lost um, to their last match. Who did Liverpool play in their last match where they lost? They lost to Manchester United. Unbelievable. It was a crazy one for them, but at least they lost. And it's not been a good one at that for them. And also, uh, they'll be playing Chelsea, one of the worst informed teams right now. I said worst informed team. One of the worst teams in the Premier League right now. They've lost 5 consecutive EPL games. Unbelievable. And that's why they're in the ninth position on the same points as Everton. And if they are not careful, if they should lose this game, there's the highest possibility of them dropping to 10th because Everton will be playing Crystal Palace. So the game between Liverpool and Chelsea is how do I say it? It's an early game, and two terrible teams will be meeting, and both teams actually really, really need these wins for themselves. A lot of their players are out of form. Cole Palmer has been out of form, and Robert Sanchez injured. If he might play, we never can say. And just imagine Chelsea losing to more or less like a second string side. Whether second string or not, Northern Forest, with all due respect to Northern Forest, This should be these types of games that Chelsea should be winning. But unfortunately, they lost to Nottingham Forest. And this both teams are trying to save face right now. And it's an interesting one. A win for Liverpool will cement their place for next season's Champions League. And or a win for Chelsea might boost their chances. I'm not saying they're going to get in the Champions League, but it's only going to boost their chances. But we never can say. Uh, Liverpool really needs those points to guarantee their place. And Chelsea, I don't know what exactly is wrong. Defensively, because I was watching that Liverpool uh, Manchester United game, the defense was just in shambles. Imagine replying 2 goals back and still conceding the third goal in such a messy way. And according to reports, Alexander Isaac is still a doubt for that game. And I don't know, this guy, after all the hype, all the massive amount used to purchase him, at the end of the day, it's been a terrible one for them. So these are two bad teams meeting at the right time, and whoever gets the points, good for them. So my prediction in that game is going to be a 2-1 win for Liverpool. I think both teams will improve on their performances last weekend. Uh, uh, I think Liverpool will just be too much for Chelsea, who are presently in disarray. After 6 straight losses, I just can't imagine that. Um, well, I expect Liverpool will make it 7 in a row for them. There's no argument about that because right now Chelsea are just in disarray. They are coachless, so more or less like they're just waiting for the reset season to end and let them start over again. But Chelsea not being the Champions League will be a disaster for them. Not only the management, the players, and the team. Everybody connected to Chelsea. So, fingers crossed. Let's see how that's going to play out. Liverpool, Chelsea, my prediction 2-1. Another match that we need to work out for, match day 35 in the La Liga. It's the El Clásico. This one is a late season Clásico that will decide La Liga. Because if Barcelona wins this game, there's nothing else for Real Madrid. And at this present moment, Real Madrid are in crisis, players fighting themselves, knocking themselves out. And at the end of the day, who is going to play? Because those two guys, psychologically, I don't think they are prepared. Valverde and Chumani, I don't think they are prepared to play in those games, but definitely not Valverde. And it promises to be an exciting one. And this is an opportunity for Barcelona to round up the league and just do the needful. Barcelona could make history on Sunday at Camp Nou because no team in the history of this great fixture has ever won the title due to a Clásico. No team. But the Catalans can do it on Sunday if they win. Even a draw will be enough for them to be crowned champions on the night they play the biggest foes. And it will be extra special for Barcelona to regain their title again against the Merengues and to write history. In all forms, it's been a bad week for Real Madrid. So it promises to be an exciting game because it has always been, the Clásico has always been exciting. And today's Sunday's own is extra special. This fixture is extra special again because a win or a draw for Barcelona grants them the title at the expense of Real Madrid, and that would be a disaster for their fans because you can't imagine yourself allowing your rival to win the league at your own expense. So the only thing Real Madrid just has to do is go to the Camp Nou and win that game and delay Barcelona winning the league because no doubt, I don't think, bar any collapse, I don't see Barcelona losing that, what's it called? Losing the La Liga championship to Real Madrid or whoever. So Psychologically, Barcelona has that advantage against Real Madrid because they have won 6 of their last 7 Clásicos. Imagine 6 of the last 7 at home. They haven't lost against Madrid since 2023. Even without Lamine Yamal, because he's still injured right now. And with Rafinha just back in the squad after his injury, they will be favorites to get at least a draw. At least. And Madrid, and mind you, Barcelona are in form right now. They are in form right now, and Real Madrid are in crisis. So, um, defensively, Barcelona hasn't been that too good. And I think it could be exploited by Abuelua, that's Real Madrid's coach, and his players. And they will create chances, but because games between these two has been something else. So the only thing Madrid are just there to do is just to do what? Spoil the party. It's more or less inevitable that Barcelona will win the title league. It's just a matter of time. So all Madrid wants to do now is just to spoil the party. I don't see them stopping. I don't see Madrid stopping Barcelona. No doubt, they will try everything. And also, we are hearing that Courtois will be returning. Is expected to be back on the pitch. And Mbappe is also trying to be back for that game too. We'll see. He's been training after his thigh injury, so there's this possibility that he will be back, and at least he will support Vinicius Junior to carry the team, as Vinicius did last time out against Espanyol. And Jude Bellingham too. He should be on the bench. He should be on the pitch too. He did last time out. He tried his best against Espanyol. Had a good performance. So it's up to Abeloa to find the right balance between all these players: Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, Jude Bellingham. Just up to him. So my prediction for that match is going to be a tough one, but no doubt there will be goals between these teams. Barcelona at home with the title at stake. Real Madrid just want to spoil the party. I don't think there will be a winner in this game. My prediction for that game is going to be a 2-2 draw. And fingers crossed, and let's see how's that going to play out. Another league that's nothing is happening there yet, but still up for grabs is the Scottish Premier League. Celtic versus Rangers. And with only 3 games to go, the Scottish title race is set to reach a new climax this weekend. All along, all these years has always been between Celtic and Rangers, but Hearts is in the mix right now. They are the ones topping the league. Celtic have not been in good form, and Rangers losing to Hearts last week. To me, I don't see any magic. Rangers are going to perform. They've not been that too solid this season, and they missed the opportunity. Hadn't been they beat Hearts, that would be an opportunity for them to top the league and try as much as possible to win the Scottish Premier League. This is one of the most important Old Firm games in recent times. Hearts, the leaders who traveled to Motherwell on Saturday, are 3 points clear of Celtic and 7 of Rangers after beating them 2-1 on Monday. So for Celtic, who hosts Hearts on the last day of the season, they have to beat their arch rivals at Celtic Park on Sunday to still hope to be crowned champions. So you see how those games are so interconnected. Rangers need a win to at least save face or see if there's any hope for them. Celtic needs to stay close to Hearts. If they win their game against Rangers, they have Hearts on the last day. That's an opportunity for them. So they will need all hands to be on deck. They will need everything. And for Rangers, their own is just miracle. I don't see any special thing happening there. So my own prediction for that game, Celtics going to defeat Rangers. With Celtic at home, they will seize the opportunity. They can't afford to drop points against Rangers, and knowing fully well what Rangers did the night before. So this is a huge old firm, and it will be spectacular and intense. But the home side, we just edge it. That's what I'm saying. And another interesting one is the championship playoff. Coventry has already qualified as champions, have already into the Premier League. So the last spot in the Premier League, the playoff starts on Saturday. It's going to be the semi-finals. That's going to be between Middlesbrough and Southampton. So the championship playoff semi-final first leg between Middlesbrough and Southampton is going to take place. So one of Middlesbrough, Southampton, Millwall, or Hull will go to the Premier League. So the other semi-final is going to be between Millwall and Hull. So the winners of each semi-finals will meet at Wembley for the final decider to see who goes to the Premier League, where the money is. So Middlesbrough, Southampton, remember Southampton knocked out Arsenal in the FA Cup, and they were in good form towards the end of the season. So I think both teams will cancel each other out on Saturday. And with the second leg only 3 days later in Southampton. So I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. That's my prediction for that game. Let's go to Serie A. Another match that is being looked at is AC Milan versus Atalanta. Milan are looking to end their season on a high. It's been a terrible season for them, and this match day 36 game against Atalanta might not seem like a must-see game considering the mediocre form of both teams, but just know that this is a race for Champions League place in Serie A. AC Milan are not guaranteed anything. I never expected something like that. After losing last weekend to Sassuolo, the AC Milan we have won ever since I was growing. I've always known AC Milan to be giants. This is the worst performance of the season. So more or less like a saving face for them. And without Luka Modric, Milan doesn't have any creativity, and it's going to be a terrible one. But let's see. My prediction for that game is going to be 1-0 to Milan. It's not going to be pretty, but that's a win for them. And also, Giant doesn't want to go to relegation. Now we are in the best Bundesliga. Wolfsburg, they don't want to be relegated. And they have a game against Bayern. They are trying to avoid relegation. So, and Bayern Munich coming from losing the semi-finals against PSG, they want to make something here. And I don't see Wolfsburg defeating Bayern Munich, but it's football. Anything can happen. So I think some players will be rested. Bayern Munich might not be too motivated. I expect Vincent Kompany to mix his team again that he has done for the past few weeks. And this might serve Wolfsburg because Wolfsburg really need that much. And the home side have been struggling to score goals and keep clean sheets, but team is on the mission this weekend and we get a win needed to keep hopes of staying up alive. So I'm predicting Wolfsburg winning here 3-2. It's going to be a tough one, but I see them winning that game 3-2 against Bayern Munich. So this weekend promises to be exciting, no doubt, full of drama. We can't wait to see how that plays out and see for the review of all these matches over the weekend. Thanks for watching. It's been Touchline Talk. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. It goes a long way. Thanks for watching. See you some other time.